What's going on, interwebs? A follow-up video to Is Infinite Warfare Worth Your Money video. Except this time it's about Battlefield 1. Because, let's face it, those are going to be the top two shooters coming out this season. As with every season, they come out on a yearly basis, respectively. But this is for Battlefield 1. My experience with Battlefield 1 in the beta, granted that's the beta, that version probably isn't the version that's going to be shipped, but probably really fucking close to the version that's going to be shipped. So where to begin? Let's start with class imbalance. Sorry for the long pause, I was actually thinking it out. Class imbalance. The medic class is your basic, everyday, essential medic class. It's got the revive tool, which is the syringe. It's got the medipack to heal you. It's got the assault rifles. The problem with the assault rifles, the ones in the beta, the recoil on them was insane. Now, granted, these are World War weapons. World War I weapons. So they're not going to be entirely accurate, and the recoil is probably going to be insane on them anyway, judging from the era, and, gunsmithing back in that time was not all that great. But my experience with the medic class as a whole was that the recoil on the gun was fucking insane. You almost felt like you needed a scope unless you were, really fucking close to the person you were trying to kill. Because at medium to long range, the weapon scope and the recoil was so inaccurate that you felt like you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, let alone a human being. The pistol I got more kills with than the actual primary weapon, the 1911 Colt, which is my favorite gun, by the way, in any game, and in real life. The grenades, for the most part, the medic class was unsatisfying. The support class was equally as unsatisfying. The recoil for that gun was insane. Did I say support or recon? I'm talking about support. I meant support. If I said recon, I can't even remember the words that just came out of my fucking mouth. The support class, the recoil on the gun was so fucking high, and it was so inaccurate at long ranges that it was not worth your time shooting with the gun as a whole. Again, I got more kills with the fucking pistol than the actual main weapon, and I can't help but think, a bipod would have helped, but, it was the beta. I don't believe there was a bipod. Hopefully there's going to be a bipod when the full game comes out. The recon class, I actually didn't have that much problem with the recon class. Zeroing the scope was kind of finicky at times. It's not as easy as, say, Battlefield 4, which is the gameplay you're seeing right here, or, hell, even Hardline. But it was finicky at times, but it wasn't so unbearable that you couldn't use the sniper rifles. Again, the lack of a bipod was more of a hindrance than anything. But, as a whole, it wasn't that bad. The engineer class, the engineer class by far was the most useful and most used, as far as I could tell, class in the entire beta. It just from the amount of armor, the tanks and everything on the fucking field for Conquest and Rush, you felt like you had to play the engineer every single fucking time just to compete with the armor. But not only that, that SMG was super accurate at even the most insane ranges. And it was more forgiving with recoil than any of the other classes' guns. But, trade-off again, I was getting a lot of kills with the pistol too. As a whole, my experience with the multiplayer, it definitely needs tweaking. So if you're looking to invest your money into Battlefield, you might want to wait. It's kind of like with the Infinite Warfare, you know, you might want to play the wait and see game. Wait for the game to come out, wait for some updates, some patches, some hot fixes to drop, and then wait for some general unbiased reviews. But I felt like as a whole, Battlefield was better than what I've seen for Infinite Warfare. I might get a lot of hate for that, just because there's like some diehard COD fans. But don't get me wrong, I'm a COD fan too. I love COD, but it's just lately they've not been bringing the WoW factor like they used to. But with the Battlefield 1, it might be worth your money, but I personally would wait for a while, you know, see what happens with the guns, patches, etc., see what kind of attachments come out with the full release. You know, just wait and see what happens, see what the kind of kits loadouts are. Maybe wait for a price drop. It, I do believe, comes out around Christmas, so it might be dropped about $15 for Christmas. I don't know, that's just speculation. But I feel like Battlefield 1, if you are looking for a shooter, is definitely worth the investment this year at least. And that's about it for the video, guys. That's my honest opinion. That's what I experienced. And drop a like on the video if you liked the video. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe for more daily content from me. And until next time, interwebs, see you later.